Good morning, soccer parents. This is Bali with Soccer Parent Life. Just checking in this morning. I just wanted to review a video. I kind of thought about it. I didn't know if I really wanted to review it, but I'm gonna do it. I think just might be what I'm gonna say. I think might offend people, but sometimes you just gotta be honest and state what you believe, and folks hopefully respect it. But what we're gonna get into is a video that I saw. I actually commented on this that I saw on here. And the first thing I want to do is just show you guys, and then I'll kind of tell you guys what I think. So let's go ahead and start the video.
Get him back.
All right. First things first, let's address the cool part about this video. You got to give 99 some props, man. He's holding her own. It's obviously physical there. It looks like the little boy is a little frustrated. But I didn't see anything that's worth asking or putting up for a card. Maybe, if it's been ongoing from the same player, eventually the ref will probably card for constantly be doing that. But just that in itself, I think it's kind of crazy to be, having the conversation. But shout out to Girl Soccer Network. That's a great way for engagement. I do the same thing. Sometimes things are ridiculous and you just put it out there just to start the conversation. So shout out to them, not knocking them for doing that. But that's what I think. My opinion is that, just that by itself to be talking about a card, I think it's ridiculous. So now that we addressed that, give her respect because, she's being physical. She's being calmer on the ball. I think the young man's getting frustrated that he's not able to push his opponent. And there's this underlying thing that just because she's a girl, there's some shame in it. Honestly, man, there ain't no shame in it, man. If she's putting up a battle and she's holding her own and giving you a fight, I mean, just give her props, man. That's what my advice would be if that was my son. Is there's no shame in it, bro. It's like she's putting up a fight. If anything, what she's doing is earning your respect as an opponent. You just give her the rock after and say good job, and then you keep battling. There's also nothing wrong with him being frustrated. I mean, he didn't throw a punch. He didn't get out of control. Obviously, he's frustrated, but he caught himself and kind of like, all right, cool. That's what I see. Maybe what you see is a little different. So I don't see anything. Props to her. Good on him for not getting overboard because I've seen some kids that get overboard and next thing you know, a punch throws. So I think that there's just, kids kind of playing, and it's a little bit rough. And I would say that, oh, this is what you expect playing with boys, but that ain't true, man. I know that the girls are worse, man. I'm a firm believer that the girls are worse because it doesn't end. I see, in my opinion, with boys, it ends right there. Like, okay, cool, we got into it, no big deal. It ends right there. But girls, it goes on all game, bro. That's my experience, and that's what I believe. But I wanted to address that first, address the kids and give them their props. But what I really wanted to talk about was the excuse me. Respectfully to the parents, just going to state my opinion. You're more than welcome to do whatever you guys think is right on the sideline. And I can tell that there's some folks here that agree with it and want to encourage that. But frankly, you're trying to fight your kid's battle on the sideline with the excuse me, because what you're calling for is for a call. I think you're doing a great job already. Like, your girl's out there holding her own, being a badass, holding, competing, in a boys group. I think you're doing a good job already. I don't think that the excuse me, the calling, the commentating from the sideline, I don't think that is helpful in general. And especially when we see this, put online. And now, some parents might look at this like, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I think on the sideline, we should just be encouraging her. Like, I have a problem with, hey, get him back. Like, I think that's cool, man. Yeah, hold your own. Come on, be tough. Come on, let's go. Like the encouragement, I think, is great. But when you start asking for fouls and stuff like that, I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to protect your kid and fight their battles. And I'm a firm believer that if you want to protect your kid while they're playing, you should really reconsider whether or not you want them playing, because you can't protect them. This is your, opportunity to let them to get out in the world and experience adversity, let them fight their battles in a controlled environment where after they're going to be okay. She's not going to get hurt. He's not going to get hurt. If it gets out of line, then, that's a different story. But really what I saw here is just typical in a game, frustration. I thought there was nothing crazy, nothing excessive. Yeah, so I mean that's what I would say is to my parents. I would encourage you guys to avoid calling for fouls and wanting to fight your kids' battles just because your instinct to protect them kicks in. So I can't even blame the parents, because I know what it is like your instinct to want to protect your kids kind of wins sometimes. So I can't even fault you. I think it's good as a parent that that's what you have, but you have to understand that in this environment, what you want to do is you want to let your little ones spread their wings a little bit, fight their own battles, be there as encouragement and offer them wisdom after. Don't get don't get lost in the intensity of the competition to where you start doing this and asking basically for calls and stuff like that. I've been guilty of it, so it's not like I'm sitting here telling you, "Oh man, I'm so perfect, I'm so great." No, I've been plenty guilty of this. But I would tell you that it's not a good thing. I think these parents are already they got a badass kid right here already, fighting. And then I thought this little dude right here, yeah, she's a little bit bigger than you, young man. It's okay. Like, give her props, move on to the next thing, respect your opponent. And I actually would be proud of him too, believe it or not. I know people might not agree with me, but he was frustrated. He caught himself, and then, the game continues. So I think I see an interaction that I might view differently than folks. But I see nothing wrong here. Just two kids, it got a little bit heated, maybe a little bit outside of just what the game is. Ref called, foul like he should. Everything was fine. There's nothing wrong here, guys. So till the next one.